we are going to be checking out the brand new Big Game Hunter class on 99 Nights in the Forest. Let's get right into this. So in their newest update, they added this class right here called the Big Game Hunter, and it is a 5-star class and it costs 600 gems. So we have it right here, and basically what this class does is you spawn in with a rifle and 12 rifle bullets, and its main thing is you can consume animal pelts to gain permanent bonuses. And then at level 2 we get a higher pellet drop rate, and then at level 3 we can infinitely consume mammoth tusks to gain permanent health bonuses, which sounds pretty good. But we're gonna jump into the game and test it out to see if it's worth these 600 gems. Also in this update, they did add a special talent at the bottom. So now you can spend 60 gems to get a talent. And this is just a random buff from any class. And you can spend 30 gems to reroll it. Anyway, I just have this one right here, start with 18 revolver ammo. It's not that good unless we manage to find a revolver, but I mean, I'll take it for now. Anyway, let's jump into the game and let's see if this class is worth getting. So here we go, we're now in the game. So we're gonna kind of be comparing this to the cyborg class and seeing if it's better, because they are both 5-star classes. But anyway, here we go. So we spawn in with a rifle with 12 rifle bullets, and we also spawn in with a pelt list. So let's go and use this. So we click R at the top to go and use it. So 3 bunny feet will make us sprint 15% faster, 3 wolf pelts will gain 5% damage, 3 arctic fox pelts will gain a permanent worth which stacks with hats, 3 alpha wolf pelts will gain 10% chance ammo is refunded on shot. So every time we shoot a bullet, we'll have a 10% chance that's refunded to us. And then 5 bear pelts, which is actually quite a lot, will gain 25 HP permanently, 3 polar bear pelts will gain 10% damage, and then we'll gain 5 HP for every mammoth tusk we consume, and that is infinite. So if you consume like 100 mammoth tusks, which you probably won't do because of how rare they are, we'll gain 500 health. So far I don't personally think this class sounds too good, just because none of those things give us like more rifle bullets. So that means our rifle is pretty much useless unless we find more ammo for it, because I mean, we do start off with a little bit, but we are gonna need more once we run out. And we're just gonna test this out. So there we go, just like that, we already got a bunny foot. So let's go ahead and consume that. There we go. And now that gets added to this. And also, since our class is level 3, we do get an increased rate for like pelts and stuff to drop. So that means we do have a much higher chance than usual. And there we go, we just got a wolf pelt. So let's go ahead and consume this. And now if we get 2 more, we'll gain 5% damage. Also, you don't need to kill animals with your rifle. I mean, we could just use an axe or a spear or anything else. It's just the rifle is pretty much useless if we can't find more ammo for it later on. So I mean, it is still a nice thing to start with, but it's not gonna help us too much. So I think this class is mainly like a long-term class. Like if you're trying to survive like 1,000 nights or something, this class would most likely be pretty good, because for most classes they kind of become useless towards the end of the game, just because you already have the best items and you end up finding weapons and stuff that are better than the weapons you get in the class. So this class is kind of worse at the start than other classes, but I would say overall, like later in the game, it will be better than other classes, because once we get like all of these buffs right here, that's gonna help us a lot later in the game, especially if we're trying to survive like 3,000 days. Anyway, let's just keep collecting bunny feet for now. I could probably use my axe for this, but I'll just use my rifle for now just to make it quicker. And then this should give us a 15% increase. Yeah, 15% sprint increase. So there we go, that's our last bunny foot we need. So let's go and consume that. And there we go, that's checked off the list. So now we sprint 15% faster. I can't really feel it, but apparently it's there, so I'll take it. And things will get better later on, such as whenever we kill bears and polar bears. And also especially later in the game, whenever we do kill the mammoths and we get their tusks, that will help us a lot. Anyway, let's keep collecting the wolf pelts. All we need is 1 more for 5% increased damage. And here it is right here. So let's run up to it, hold down E, and there we go. Now we have 5% increased damage. And now we need arctic foxes, alpha wolves, bear pelts, polar bear, and mammoth tusk, but I'm not gonna do all of that in this video. So basically this class is alright. I would personally still use the cyborg class just because I do like the laser cannon. So many other classes are much better for early in the game, but this one I would say is better for later in the game if you're trying to survive like hundreds or thousands of days, just because it's helpful later on, especially whenever you're getting like bombarded by like hundreds of cultists. These buffs right here will really help you a lot, rather than other classes that kind of become useless later in the game. But yeah, that is the brand new Big Game Hunter class on 99 Nights in the Forest. If this video helped you out, please make sure to smash that subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next video.